morning. It's time for Power Flow. And today in Power Flow, we're going to focus on, our intention for this class is going to be strength. And not just strength in like how much you can carry, like physically, or how, strong your muscles are, but like strength really is, what about the physical load that we carry, or the emotional load that we carry, and all of the unseen things that are with us that help us gain strength. And with strength, a lot of times it's just believing in ourselves to make it through the challenge, to make it through whatever it is we're going through, because growth is challenging. Growth is hard. If growth was easy, then you would see more people growing and evolving and challenging themselves. So strength. And what is it that you can maybe tie in with strength? Like, what do I need in order to feel strong today? What could I pull in to my psyche, like mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? And spiritually, I always say is like whatever meaning like you want to give to it. The spiritual piece is the unseen, the abstract, okay? And, okay, so we're going to start on our mat. Let's start in child's pose. And with that being said, today's class, it will challenge you, but, right, if you're up for the challenge, right, hop on your mat, okay? Hop on your mat. Child's pose is where we're starting. Deep breaths here in child's pose. And if you have a strap or a block at home handy, grab that. You'll need it for class today. If you don't have a yoga strap or block, you can use like a long sock or a t-shirt for a strap is fine. And then really like anything for a block. You can use any kind of sturdy object, even a chair, okay? Deep breaths here. And then whatever your intention is, link it with strength. And when you move forward into your strength, like I'm going to link my strength today with courage. Because for me, being strong means I might be a little bit afraid of diving into the unknown, into something new, but I have the courage to do it anyways. Right? Because the fear is an illusion that my mind makes up. And so whatever your intention is, link it with your strength and take a deep breath into it. Blow it all out. Again, inhale. Exhale completely. Come up to tabletop as you breathe in. Stay and breathe out. Look up, cow. Cat. Curl to the ceiling. Think St. Louis arch here. Cow. Cat. Keep going. Any organic movement here. You can wag your hips from side to side. You could curl your spine around, kind of dip. I always think about like a snake slithering when I move from cat and cow. We'll take one more round. Okay, then find a neutral spine. I want you to take the tops of your hands to the floor, okay? And then when you're here, curl your fingers into your hands, like into a ball, okay? And try to lift your knuckles off the ground. You're gonna feel this stretch on the tops of your hands big time, which is really important right now. If you're spending time on the computer, open your hands up and then ball them into fists again. Now shift to one side, you can shift to the other side, back and forth. You spend a lot of time on your phone doing this. We wanna open not just the chest up, but like take some time for the wrists. So if you wanna unball your hands and roll your wrists around, maybe you take your hand into a fist, you can wrap your fingers around your thumb, all right, and just press your knuckles down and feel a length through your wrists. You can add movement and turn your thumbs to face one another and shift from side to side. You have limitless movement, so I want you to just give your wrists some love right now. And then make your way back into tabletop position. Look up on your inhale for cow pose, curl into cat, lift your knees up off the ground, just hovering off the ground. Breathe here. Shift your heart forward on top of your wrists. Strong breath. Really scoop your belly up into your body. Take a big breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Pedal your feet out. You got some cracks going on already in the body. Okay, and strength with your breath. Let your breath be the number one piece of strength here as you move and breathe. Now take your feet really wide here in downward facing dog. Like go off your mat, okay? Why not? Send your heart backwards towards your ankles. Take your hands and make them into the middle of your mat. Bring them together, right? Take a breath in here. Blow all the air out. Okay, take your right hand and reach it to your left ankle for a twist. And you might want to shorten your stance up. I find my front hand was slipping forward a little bit, so I'm just going to walk it backwards till I feel the weight shift into my legs big time. I feel strong and sturdy here. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Breath as you twist. Walk both hands back to center. Okay, bring your feet about hip width distance apart now. Take a huge breath in, blow it all out, look at your toes, and walk your hands backwards towards your gaze into ragdoll pose. Hang here in ragdoll pose. So a lot of the poses that we're going to do today, of course, we're going to flow, right, because it is power flow. But we are going to find some stationary strength in our poses as well, because that's a huge piece of strength on our mat. It's just finding that isometric hold and breathing into it, even though your muscles might be catching on fire, right? What you're going to need is an expanded awareness, and your breath is going to allow you to expand your mental concentration out of where you feel it the most and into the entire body. So you can practice right here in ragdoll pose. So I'm feeling this stretch like all in the backs of my legs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage my belly, and I'm going to try to send some of this fire into the upper half of my body. So I'm going to purposefully like really drop my elbows down towards my toes. I'm going to drop my head. I'm imagining all of my vertebrae having a little space in between. And I can like physically feel that space if I concentrate on it enough with my breath. Now drop your hands, right? Lift halfway as you breathe in. Forward fold as you exhale. Rise all the way up. Forward fold. Half lift. Flat back, your heart is forward, stick your butt out. Forward fold as you exhale. Rise all the way up. Big stretch up to the ceiling. Reach your heart up, squeeze your belly up. Forward fold as you exhale. Half lift, breathe in. Forward fold. One more time, reach all the way up. Big stretch up to the ceiling. You can reach backwards a little bit. Forward fold as you exhale. Walk forward to high plank now. Shoulders on top of your wrists, all right? Legs in line with your shoulders, so a really strong flat back. So if I was gonna drop to my knees here, they're back behind my hips, right? It's different than tabletop. So tabletop, you actually see that stack. High plank on the knees, right? Knees back behind the hips. Shift forward now, on the tippy toes. Press back, downward facing dog. Curl forward like cat spine into high plank, really like a tidal wave forward. Heart forward of your wrists, down dog as you exhale. Push your hips up and back. Okay, let's keep going. Forward on the inhale, up and back as you exhale. Inhale forward, exhale back. One more time. Inhale all the way forward. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Feet together, lift your right leg high. Bend your top knee, hip stack. Breath here. Really melt your heart down. Hips lift high. Take a huge inhale. Down dog as you exhale. Opposite leg lifts. Breathe in. Bend your top knee, hip stack. Strong belly to help lift your leg that's in the air. Deep breaths. One more time, take a big breath in. Look forward. I want you to tip your toe all the way forward to the top of your mat. Half lift when you get there. Forward fold. Make sure you're empty. Drop your head, complete the fold. Now sweep up, breathe in. Forward fold, bow. Half lift. High plank, step back. Shift forward. Low plank. Pause. Breathe. In. Out. Up dog. Or cobra. I'm going to take cobra. Legs on the ground. Squeeze your triceps together on your back. Grip with all your fingers. Heart up. Belly up. Take another breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Good. Couple breaths here in down dog. You just notice what it feels like to just hold these poses. Now we're going to flow through them, all right? Take another breath in. Blow it all out. Look forward. When you're empty, big step. Walk or jump forward. Half lift. Fold. Rise up. Breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Half lift. Step back into chaturanga. Forward and lower. Pause. Up dog or cobra. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. One big breath in. Blow it all out. Squeeze your belly. Look forward. Spring forward. Half lift. Fold down. Reach up. Forward fold. Half lift. Chaturanga, you can jump or step back. Up dog is your breath in. Down dog is your breath out. Reach your right leg high. Breathe in. Hold here. Now we're going to hold each of these poses for a couple breaths, and then we'll flow through them all. Now pull your knee to your nose. Shift forward. Breathe. Keep sucking it up into your body. Really shift forward. Step your foot in between your thumbs. Hold here. Breathe here. I want you to think about pulling your heart forward to the front edge of your mat. Press your back thigh bone really high, all right? Press into your front foot and use an inhale to spring into standing splits. Breath. Top leg really lifts, squeeze your belly, drop your head down. Slow and steady, bend your bottom knee, come up into crescent lunge. Breathe in on your inhale, stay as you exhale. Breath in, breath out. Again, breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in. Open to warrior two. Spin your back heel flat. Reach your arms forward and backwards. Squeeze your belly. Sink your hips. Breath. In. Blow it out. Now reverse it. Hold here, breathe. Squeeze and engage your belly and sink into your front hip. Press into your back heel for a breath in, chaturanga. Whole exhale to take you down. Up dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. One more breath in and out, wherever you are. Feet together, lift your left leg high. Hold here and breathe. Leg is really long, that's in the air. I want you to send it up. Think about taking your heel up above your head. And I'm thinking heel forward, forward. All right, when it's in the air. Now knee to your nose. Hug, shift your heart forward. Press the ground away. Squeeze, think cat spine here. And step, low lunge. Pause here. You want to get really long and expansive in your low lunge. This is where your legs are going to be. So make a commitment to your legs. And then on your inhale, sweep up, crescent lunge. Fingers high, hips low. Belly is the strong thing that connects in between. Your breath. Send it into where you feel it the most. And then share it where you feel it the least. Use an exhale to open up to warrior two. One more in and out. Reverse it. Stay with the bend. Blow it all out. Take one more inhale. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. One more big inhale. Empty out. Look forward. Jump or step. Half lift. Fold. Now reach up. Breathe in. Forward fold. Bow. Half lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high. Knee to nose. We're flowing now. Step. Standing split. Spring into it. Crescent lunge. Arms up on an inhale. Warrior two as you exhale. Reverse. Chaturanga. Maybe a 3-legged chaturanga. Meet in down dog. Left leg lifts high. Knee to nose. And step. Standing splits. Inhale up. Crescent lunge. Arms up as you inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse. Chaturanga. From down dog, look forward. Blow all the air out and journey forward. Half lift, bow forward. Sweep all the way up. Chair pose. When you come into chair pose, take your hands behind your back. You can thread them together or just rest them there. Heart is lifted, hips are low. Now, my heart is like beating in my chest like a storm. Okay, if yours is too, I want you to breathe. Slow it down. Pull your right knee up into your chest, or your left knee, I'm sorry. Let's start with the left knee into the chest. Stay in chair pose. Okay, you're breathing. Move into airplane pose. You can keep the bind, or you can let go of it. Heart forward, heel backwards. Belly is strong, strong. Crescent lunge, reach up on your inhale. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Take a big breath in. Gonna pull your heart forward and then twist to the right. Breath here. From here, I want you to drop your back knee, nice and slow. You can open your arms up. Maybe go for a bind. Reach your top arm to your back ankle, bend your back knee. Sink your hips down low. Breath here. You got it. This is, you can also use a strap. Strap up your back foot. Now, nice and slow. If you have the back foot bind, unbind. Straighten your front leg, but stay in the twist. Hands walk to your right outer knee. Okay, and you're just breathing. You're in a half splits with a twist. Slowly walk your hands forward into half splits without the twist. Heart forward, hips backwards. All right, let's shift forward into a low lunge now. Back knee is down. Hands come up to your front quad. Lift your heart. Catch a little back bend here. Deep breaths. You can stay right here or go for the bind. Okay, go for the bind again. You're reaching around with your left hand, the same side hand now. Deep breaths. You want to reach your front arm forward or up? You can. Nice and slow. Unbind. Okay, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, standing splits. Shoot your back leg up into the sky. You should really bow into standing splits. As I just have like sweat pouring down into my face. I hope you do too. Okay, breathe here. Maybe you go for a bind again. Bend your top knee. Reach around with your right hand. Grab your ankle. Grab your foot. Pull it in towards your bottom. Towards your butt. Drop your head. Forward fold, split your feet apart. Hook your first two fingers around your big toes. Lengthen your heart. Now forward fold. Now, I want you to root back into strength. Once again, you might find that right now you just need the mental strength. You have the physical strength. Your body is capable. Okay, I'm telling you it is. It totally is. Even if you have injury, you can modify. All right, you can modify this practice for your body. And just stay on your mat. Whatever you do, just stay on your mat. If you drop in a child's pose, like stay on your mat. Stay with your breath. Stay committed to yourself, no matter what you do. All right, let's drop our head. I'm like holding my head up, like tension all in the neck, right? Just drop it down. All right, Malasana or crow pose, up to you. I'm gonna go crow prep today. So feet together, coming up on the tippy toes, plant the palms, Take your knees wide. Lean forward and breathe. Squeeze your belly up. Squeeze your hips up. Maybe you lift one set of toes. Maybe you switch. Breath. We're going to meet in chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Woo. Take a huge inhale. Empty out, look forward. Jump or step, half lift. Fold down. Rise all the way up. Hands behind your back, chair pose. Deep breaths here in chair pose. Feeling the heat. Stay in chair pose. Pull your right knee up into your chest now. Airplane pose, slowly. Crescent lunge. All right, arms can go high on an inhale. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Okay, come up really high on the ball of the back foot. Lift your back heel really high. Heart forward, breathe in. Now twist to the left. Breath here. Roll your top shoulder. You don't want to cave down here. You want to roll open, open, open. And drop your back knee. Stay in a bind, or I'm sorry, stay with your hands in prayer, or go for the bind. Keep sinking your hips down. Don't lift your hips up. Keep sinking them down. You got it. Deep breaths. You can stay in the twist here. All right. Unbind, but just straighten your front leg into half splits. Nice and slow, everybody. Heart forward. Slow is going to create more muscular movement, okay, instead of momentum, right? You don't want momentum to just move you up and down your mat. There's no strength involved. You can totally fake it. I do it all the time. You can fake strength into momentum, all right? Now walk forward into just a regular half splits. Heart pulls forward of your toes and your toes flip back towards your heart. Push your hips backwards. Now bend into your front knee. Come into a low lunge. With my back knee, you guys, you're more on the top of the back quadricep, the top of the knee and where the quad meets it, rather than on the actual kneecap. And I do this, I find that by sinking my hips down, okay? You can reach around with your right hand and catch a bind. Same side, hand and foot are binding. You can reach your left arm up, engage your belly, breath. Slowly unbind, bend into your front knee, lift your back all the way up into standing splits. Bow here. And then if you're just like feeling the bind this morning with me, you can. Bend your top knee, reach around with your left hand and grab the bind. Drop your head down. Really fold down towards the ground here. Slowly unravel yourself into forward fold. Any forward fold that would feel good. Maybe you want to interlace your hands behind your back and push your knuckles away. This is also great if you're like, I cannot bind. Got my Bob Marley shirt here, no worries. If you can't bind, use your shirt or sock or whatever, put it in between your hands. See if you see this, it kind of looks, there's space between my knuckles here. And I can really drop my head. I can even move from side to side. You're gonna feel that huge chest opener when you do this. All right, if you have the bind, unbind, drop your hands down. Lift halfway as you breathe in. Forward fold as you exhale. Rise all the way up. Chair pose, hands to your heart this time. Take a huge inhale. Twist to the right. Breath. So here in your twisted chair pose, okay, I'm gonna spin around so you guys can see, hopefully you can see me right here. You're gonna sink your hips down. We're gonna go side crow. So I still have my left elbow to my right quad. I'm gonna take my hands down towards the outer edge of my right thigh. I'm leaning forward now. Leaning forward. Feet walk over towards the left. Lean forward. Breathe here. Deep breaths. You're leaning hips high. Squeeze your belly. Grip with your fingers. Forward fold. Side crow. Woo! Take gorilla. Hands underneath your feet. Even if you don't lift off the ground, do not get discouraged, okay? Just keep breathing. All right, lift halfway. Forward fold. Lift all the way up. Into possibility. Grab it in the sky and pull it into your heart. Chair pose. Take a breath in. Twist to the left. Twist the other way. Okay, let's try it on this side now. Sink your hips down. Plant your hands. You can also just hold side twisted chair if you want to. Now when I lean forward, I'm gonna walk my hands over, walk my feet over towards my right pinky finger, towards this hand, all right? Lean forward, breathe here. Tuck your elbows into your ribs, lean and breathe. You find sturdiness, you could split your legs apart. Meet in a forward fold. Lift halfway. Fold. Rise all the way up. Hands to your heart. Tree pose. Take one leg to the inside of your standing leg. Whichever standing leg you have down, press your hip down. Lift your heart high. Relax your shoulders. And I want you to grow your branches, whichever way would see fit. So if you want to grow them asymmetrically, do that. About 5 more breaths. I always remind myself not to take myself so serious when I'm balancing, because it's always like, balance, must balance perfectly, right? So playfulness in here. Step out slowly, slowly and controlled. All right, take a breath in. Let it go. Move to the other side, tree pose. You're pushing your standing leg hip down, and then my other leg just lifts when I do that. So I feel really strong on this whole right side. And then shift into tree pose. I'm still pressing downward energy. I have my foot rooted. My heart is growing towards the sun. There's plenty of moisture. All right, so you have all of the elements that you're embodying here for you to become a tree. If you choose to grow your branches, do so. Your eyes are set in one spot at your drishti. So I always find there's like 3 stages for balancing. First, it really helps to set your gaze in one spot, a directness. Then your breath. Once you have your breath flowing, you can add in any movement. So use your breath to practice stepping out of tree pose slowly. Take your hands by your sides. Take a huge breath in. Let it go. Sweep your arms up high. Inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Half lift, breathe in. Malasana. Take your legs really wide here in Malasana. Y'all drop down. Check our time really quick. Oh, we're doing so good on time. Okay, great. So we're in Malasana. Lift your heart high. Okay, breath here. When you shift in all the weight into your heels, I want you to shift it all to the left leg. To the left leg. I'll spin so y'all can see me, okay? And you're gonna take, as you shift into your left leg, you can take your left hand to your hip. Now, right hand, all right, you can, something purposeful with your hand. Elbow to knee pit, shift into the left side as you stand all the way up, elbow to knee. Breath here. You wanna grab onto your leg and take it out for standing leg raise or extended leg, hand to toe or foot. You can. You can also use a strap around your foot. Rebend, elbow to knee. We're gonna start to squat back down into Malasana. Yes, haven't done this movement in a long time. I can remember the first time, switch sides. Terry Honeysuckle did this in class. I was like, what the hell? All right, so shift into the right foot. So you're gonna see me modify on this side because I have an ankle injury. All right, so might not look the same, but that's okay. Gonna start to come up, nice and slow. Take your time about it. Talk about strength. When you make it to the top, deep breaths. You can hold on to the knee. You can keep elbow at knee for more of a crunch, or you can take hand to foot or big toe and extend out. Breath. Okay, if you have it extended, rebend, elbow to knee, start to squat back down. Malasana. Coming all the way down. All right, take a breath in Malasana. Reach your arms up, forward fold with your hands in the air. Drop your hands, drop your head. Lift halfway, breathe in. Forward fold. Do it again, lift halfway. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's build on this strength. Walk your hands back here in down dog. Okay, I want you to take your right hand to your right ankle. Shift into your right foot. You're gonna slowly start to take your left leg up into the sky. Keep dropping your heart. That is the key here. You let go of the bind. Maybe bend your top knee. Reach around with your right hand now. Grab your top ankle. This is called inverted down dog. Breath. You got it. Come out. Downward facing dog. Oh yeah. Okay, switch sides. Left hand to left ankle. Nice and slow. Feel your right leg start to lift upwards. When you're ready, you can bend it. Find your proper adjustment. So I find I take my right hand out to the right some more as I drop my heart. As my left hand starts to go up for that bind. Slow and steady. Now if I fall, I can fall into flip dog. Let's meet in a child's pose. One of the translations for child's pose, it translates to strength pose. So pull in your strength. Pull in your resiliency. Breathe into your power. You know, it's not just we wake up one day and you're like, wow, I feel really powerful today. I mean, maybe you do, right? But if you want it to be lasting, you have to appreciate, we all do, I do. We have to appreciate the journey it takes to actually step into our own power, right? Because when we grab hold of our life and take charge of it, it's lasting. It's not fleeting. It's empowering. Breathing into your vitality, letting go of the despair. And when we do let go of despair, then we do gain vitality and the necessary creativity to use our imagination and unlock different perspectives, right? And creative solutions to our problems. All right, so let's find some creative solutions to these problems. Come forward, it's a tabletop. These aren't problems, all right? These are opportunities for growth. Look up into cow, cat, to downward facing dog. Okay, lift one leg. It doesn't matter which leg, okay? Lift it up. I want you to take knee to tricep. Okay, really make it touch. Shift forward. Hold here. You're lowering down into chaturanga. Hold. Maybe you send your back leg up to the sky for arm balance. You can practice lifting it. Drop to your belly, upward facing dog, or cobra. Breathe in. Hold, breathe, you got it. Lift your heart. Child's pose. Roll your wrists around. Okay, let's do it again. Meet and then down dog. You're gonna lift your opposite leg now. Knee to tricep. Lean forward. Okay, elbows in tight. Lean. Maybe your back leg lifts. Up dog, meet you there. Breath. Child's pose. Take your hands back by your ankles. Drop your forehead down and your shoulders down. Flip over onto your back. Bridge pose or wheel pose. We're just gonna see what happens and how many back bends we wanna do, okay? Y'all can give thumbs up or, you know what, no. No angry faces. I'm gonna say angry face for no more wheels, but the resistance is information. We just do it anyways, right? Go up for bridge or wheel. Now wheel if you got it, okay? I have a lot of resistance to wheel, so I make myself do it anyways, okay? Maybe you feel that way about bridge. Do it anyways. Here we go. Go up. You're in your back bend. Walk your feet together, okay? And pull one knee into your chest. And then press your toes up to the sky. Start to think toes over your head. Good, breath. Bend your knee and place it on the ground. Take a breath in and then come down. Okay, take an inhale. Blow it all out. Go up again, bridge or wheel. I'm gonna do bridge this time so I can show you the other side. If you're in bridge, like, try to interlace your hands behind your back. Even if you have to use a strap, do that. Feet together. Hug your opposite knee into your chest. And send it up. Rebend. Place it on the ground. Take a breath in. And then come down. You can knock your knees from side to side. Resist the urge to pull them into your chest, okay? One more. Bridge or wheel, okay? Wheel with me if you got it. Wheel with me. Or bridge with me. Invite some love in. Invite impossibility. Turn the I can't to I freaking can. and go up. 10 breaths. Breathe into your strength. Use an exhale to come down. Hug your knees into your chest. And take a twist. Take your gaze opposite of your knees. Switch sides. Happy baby pose. Right, creativity and happy baby, right? What if you were like, oh, look at these toes. I just found these toes for the first time. I wonder what they do. Now take a really big stretch up and down your mat. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Just open your mouth and let it go. Flip over onto your belly now. You're just lying flat on your belly. Okay, and we're gonna thread our arms. So I'm gonna take my right arm closer to my body, left arm is further away from the body, and they're just reaching to opposite sides of the room so that my elbows, right, are like right in front of my chest, right in the center of my collarbones, my elbows meet as my hands reach towards opposite sides of the room. You can drop your head down. If you have a block or something to put your head on, you can rest your head on that. Okay, lift your head. I want you to take your left arm and reach it forward. Okay, your right arm is still threaded. Take your left knee and hike it up towards your right fingers, and then extend your left leg towards the left side of the room. So you are all twisted right here. And then I'm gonna start to spiral my heart open towards the ceiling as I open up into a supine twist. Deep breaths. Just feeling this all through the outer hip, down into the knee. And feel your heart open up. Feel yourself breathe into your possibility, into your strength. Right? And then feel the gentleness of strength as well, the finesse it takes to be strong. Okay. Start to unravel yourself or re-ravel yourself, however you want to look at it. Back onto your belly, unwrap your hands, all right? And just take your hands out wide like a football goalpost. Now, my knee, I'll switch sides so you can see. My knee is hiked up in line with the hip, and I want you to just bend the knee into a half frog pose and rest. Just whatever side you've been on, just stay on that side and rest. Okay, switch sides. Take your left arm and thread it through, closer to the body. Right hand threads outer edge of the body. Breath here. About 3 more breaths. Okay, take your right arm forward. Keep your left arm threaded through. Hike your right knee up in line with your hip and extend your leg long in line with your hip. Now take your right fingers up over your head and open up your heart towards the ceiling. Just breathing into your body. And you know, strength, like sometimes we see strength that comes across as aggression or stubbornness, but like true strength, right? There's a sense of vulnerability involved. To set the ego aside, because the ego, again, it's a false sense of strength oftentimes. And I was recently reminded of this by someone I genuinely love and loves me, that, you know, oftentimes I can come across as quite aggressive, right? With the ego and with the I. So we want to set the ego aside and just really step into that loving place. The loving place of understanding, of patience, of calm. The place where we can recognize how we feel, but you know, that's something we can just share with ourselves, right? And not react in that moment. To notice without reacting. Unravel yourself back to the floor, bend your knee, and rest in this frog pose, this really easy and gentle frog pose here. And while you all are resting, we'll turn our lights off and get ready for Savasana. So right now I want you to take an inversion of your choice. So you can slide your legs back down your mat. And you can roll onto your head, onto your shoulders for shoulder stand. You can take a waterfall pose. I'm going to put my legs up this lovely wall right here. Best way to put your legs up the wall, have a seat next to the wall, one hip, and then just slide your hips up from there so you don't have to worry about scooching all over the place. So wherever you are, let's just be here for about 15 breaths. I got my back farts going on. And you could take some deep breaths like in and out of your nose or mouth. And if you're in shoulder stand or if you're in headstand, you know, like take any movement that you need, even at the wall or in waterfall pose, any movement that you feel like you may need. You can go wide in a straddle like what I'm doing. You can access the inner thighs. You can go into plow pose. About 5 more breaths, everybody. Okay, so now I encourage you to come out of your inversion wherever you are And take any final movements, a twist from side to side. You're welcome to take, and meet in Savasana, meet in corpse pose today. Any corpse pose that would feel good to you. And when you make it into corpse pose, take a big, loving breath in. Hold it in. And then let it go. Just let all worries, troubles fade away. Allow yourself to really step into your imagination now and just watch what unfolds before you as you peer into the backs of your eyelids and just enjoy being here with yourself. Take a loving breath in. And just a soft exhale. When you breathe in now, breathe into your love that you have to share. And then share it as you exhale. When you feel love, that moment that you feel love, share it. It's ready to be shared right then, right now. Curl onto your favorite side in the fetal position and press yourself up into a seat. Hands can come to your heart center. And take a loving breath in and share that love with yourself. The most unconditional, deserving love. Even when you feel you are undeserving, you give it to yourself anyways. Because love is always here with us. And that is truly, truly how we gain strength, is from love. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for being here and practicing with me. I'm uploading the YouTube page today, so be on the lookout for all kinds of new videos on there. I took the weekend off from technology and social media, so I apologize about that, but I'll have all kinds of class uploaded, and have a great day.